Hello, everyone. It is Marc Berman from TV Media Insights. It is Wednesday, April 30th. I am coming to you live from the cable show in downtown Los Angeles. I am sitting next to John Lansing, who is the president and the CEO of CTAM. Hello, John.
Hello, Mark.
I have to fess up, I just told a little bit of a lie because technically it really is Tuesday, but we're pretending it's Wednesday.
That's okay.
And we're getting through the first day of the cable show. So what do you think so far about what's happening here?
A lot of exciting things are happening here this year. A lot of, I think, initiatives that demonstrate that the cable industry is on the leading edge of the best technology,
right? The
best user experience for video, and just an exciting future, I think, ahead of us.
Well, it's a very good turnout. There's a lot. I was just walking around the floor. It's pretty packed.
It's very, very packed. It's a hot day here. As you know.
It is hot. It is hot. But talk to me about what you do at CTAM. Tell the audience what exactly is CTAM. What's your initiative?
Sure.
What is it?
CTAM is an association. It's the Cable Telecommunications Association for Marketing, and our role is to work with the entire industry, the content providers, the MSOs, the technology suppliers, to build the image and the product value of cable for all of our customers.
Right. And how long have you been there for?
I've been here for 6 months.
That's it. And the organization's been around for a while, though, hasn't it?
Oh, since the 70s. And
we
grew up with cable. Yes.
Right. Well, cable, let's talk going from the 70s to now. The environment now is so different.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
I remember the days way back when we had 3 networks. And then you ultimately had 3 networks, PBS, a couple of indies. Suddenly we had Fox, all these cable networks. Now there's all these digital networks. And for me, somebody who writes a daily newsletter tracking this, it's not easy to do.
There's a lot to follow.
There's a lot to follow. There's a lot of changes. Now, you have an initiative you're working with at CTAM. Yes. You want to talk about that?
Well, it's TV everywhere.
Right.
So most people most pay TV customers are not aware that with their subscription, they have the ability to take all of the TV channels they get in their home and take them with them and view them on different platforms. View them on their iPads, their tablets, their phones, etc., at no additional cost. And our initiative is to raise the awareness of TV Everywhere. And TV Everywhere is a category name for all of the individual apps that both content providers have created, like HBO Go or Watch ESPN, and which the MSOs have created at Xfinity, for example, at Comcast. And this gives us an ability as an industry to talk about the value all of those apps bring to the cable subscription model.
Interesting. And how long have you been doing this for?
Since last summer, we initiated a significant effort to launch along 3 dimensions. First, to have an industry-wide name, TV Everywhere, that we can use to talk about the product across the whole industry. The second is to build the user experience of TV Everywhere so that every app in the industry has the best-in-class experience for the user that's going on to use it. And third, and perhaps most significantly, is to raise the awareness of this product from as low as 17% among all pay TV customers last December to a goal that we've set for this year to raise awareness to 50%, and then to raise usage from 50 to 50% of the 50% aware.
Now, talk to me about that whole thing in terms of how we watch television now. Are you finding, obviously, more people are watching television in different ways? You're not just necessarily sitting at a television set. Is that really rising as rapidly as everyone is reporting?
Well, I tell you, I have 4 children and 3 are teenagers, and 1 is a preteen. And I see the way young people consume video. And it's an individual experience. It's something normally they're holding in their hand and not hanging on a wall. And increasingly, that freedom to both take your video product with you and to choose to watch what you want to watch, when you want to watch it, on whatever device you want to watch it on, is really what the future of television is, and what cable is the leader on in terms of having the best video product available in the marketplace.
It's interesting because when I was coming here on the plane, coming from New York, I'm sitting next to a young guy. He's 18 years old. So I always like to ask people, what do you watch on television? And his answer was, well, I really don't watch television. I'm like, well, what do you watch? Netflix. Anyone and I have a son who's 19 also, but he just found the new show over at FX that just premiered. He's totally into that, but he's a huge cable fan.
Yeah.
And so ultimately the way we watch television is changing. Is there anything in the future coming that we should look for in terms of changes in the business?
Well, I think the most important thing is that the the offering from our cable MSOs and from our programmers on TV everywhere is far and away better than, say, an offering from a service that's using second and third seasons of old TV shows. We're talking about original first window programming, live sports, live news, all available on a tablet, on a smartphone for no additional cost whatsoever.
How do we track that, though? How do you know who exactly is watching on a tablet?
Yeah.
Is there a way to do that?
There is, actually. We are in a partnership, a unique partnership with Adobe Primetime. And Adobe works with most of our members in the industry in tracking the usage and the length of time a user's on a TV Everywhere product. And CTAM will be aggregating all that data, and it'll be anonymous in terms of individual members, but we'll have an aggregated set of data that the industry can then measure itself against as it builds awareness in each of their individual respective
And when will that data be available to somebody like me who writes about this?
Oh, we're within a month of
really?
our first, and it will probably be quarterly at first, and then we'll move to monthly.
Because, I mean, I remember the old days when you would analyze a show, like at the overnights in the morning, so you'd look at the overnights, then you'd have the national ratings later in the afternoon. Now, there were so many different facets to it, including social media.
Yeah.
Because it's not necessarily just about the numbers anymore. It's about, are you tweeting? Are you on Facebook? Are you this, that, Instagram? There's so much more to it.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, before we depart, I have to ask you, what do you watch on television? Are you watching on television, or are you watching on a tablet? What do you do?
I watch a lot on a tablet, especially I travel with my Xfinity app.
Right.
And I watch that a lot on that. But I'm an old journalist myself. I grew up as a journalist, and so I tend to watch MSNBC or CNN a lot, as well as sports channels a fair amount.
Any regularly scheduled series that you like?
Well, I'm a little bit of a geek here and there, but nothing in particular that I watch. But usually whatever's the water cooler, I like to check it out and make sure I know what's going on.
Well, I'm sitting here a little frustrated because I got back on Monday evening. I went to a Hallmark Channel dinner, and I was missing my favorite show, which happens to be Bates Motel on A&E. And nobody will tell me how it ended, because supposedly it had such an amazing ending. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm going to go back to my room, find it online, and watch it.
Well, who's your cable provider?
I have Cablevision.
Cablevision.
And get a lot of different channels. I still don't get MeTV, which is one place I'd like to get, because I'm a big fan of nostalgia. But I thank you very much for joining me.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You're here till when? Till Thursday?
Till Thursday.
And you're located where?
In Washington, D.C.
And give us your website address.
CTAM.com, www.ctam.com.
Cool. I hope everybody checks it out. And I am Marc Berman, coming to you live from the Cable Show in very warm Los Angeles. I'm a little sweaty here. I'm feeling the beats coming down. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you, Marc.
Have a great day.
Well done.
Good luck with
Appreciate
everything.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.